Where have you been, young lady? We've been worried sick about you. I called the police. I called up Officer Jenny. I called up even Cheryl from HR. Are your fingers broken? Couldn't you call us to let us know that you were fine? Where
I got kidnapped by
been?
Team Rocket. I'm sorry. I saw Meowth and they kidnapped me and I just was petting Meowth. I'm
God
sorry.
damn it.
She blasted off again! Oh dear God!
We were worried so sick about you. I had to call in the chief of police, Britt, over here, and she even said she couldn't find you.
Nope, I couldn't do anything.
It was a travesty.
The irony is Britt turned, looked right at her as she's sitting on the couch and said, "Hey, where are you?" She's like, "I don't know. Yeah, I can't find her."
Patrick, the lid. Good, stop. Okay.
Stuck in my past, about to relapse. I keep running back to you.
Anyway, guys, welcome back to What Grinds Our Gears, the podcast, the only podcast ran by family members and also pretty much influenced by craziness of family members, where we're doing two things today that are a little bit different, where one, I will not be introducing everybody today. I'll only be introducing myself and our special guest today. So, as you all know, it is I, V, and joining me as always is...
Sally, hi.
I'm gonna say, wow, that was a beautiful silence.
It's just like
nobody's here.
No,
I'm like, who's going first?
it's always you, and then it's Shweebs and Phoenix!
I was gonna say, that's usually the
And
first
joining
sound,
us
then it's
as
Hubs,
a
and then it's
special
us.
guest that I hope will be a regular after today is our other sister of Britt from Brittopia.
Oh my
Yo,
God.
my homies. Oh, I get claps. Awesome,
Yeah.
nice.
Okay, so, fun thing, who are you and why should we care?
One of Brittopia?
I am the queen.
Oh, you butt.
She's a queen of Brittopia. That's why we
She's the
That's
queen,
right.
bitch.
Her kingdom is right beside Shweebdonia. Get it right.
Are you guys fighting over the unicorn population?
No, the unicorn
Uni is the one who
got
just
stolen
opened
by these two
on rent
evil
them.
factions from the Unicorn Sparkles Foundation and the Unicorn Pyrex civilization, so that's where the unicorn population went. But that's beside the point.
Gotcha.
Right, and Unicorn Pyrex's unicorns, may I add, I designed those. They're
I'm here.
He got
Oh
them
my
for-
lord! And Hubs is here!
Time.
The full
Nice.
party is here! But we
I'm
gotta
here.
start something off today, guys, where we're doing a little bit of a time skip. We used the time machine that Hubs invented a couple of weeks ago. We passed it by our lawyers, so it's okay. We're not gonna show you what the time machine is, but let's just say it's very effective. Where we're
It's a
redoing a topic that we lost a while ago of drunken memories.
Drunken memories. That's like that's a paradox right there.
No, the irony was that we got so drunk recently that we forgot the episode. So, we have to
Oh,
and get drunk again to try
Exactly,
and get
so we're going
back to
back
where
in
we were.
time to
I see.
retell all of our fortunes and misfortunes of being so inebriated that we don't even remember all
Again,
the fun times
it's
that we had.
passed by our lawyers. We're covered. We're fine. No one needs to
What?
know about the time machine.
Right.
The camera's not
Ixnay
working.
On the time machine.
Are you sure there was water in that gigantic mug thing you just had, V? Because we're talking about alcoholic memories. I don't
Yeah,
know.
so this was apple
Hey,
juice.
don't
Yeah.
give
To
away.
show you
Don't
the context of this jug, Miss
Don't
I
give
wear
away-
this singular.
don't.
Oh, now you know how it
Sure.
feels. Is there water in there? Imaginary
give
water
away-
from Valley? Is there water in there? No, this is revenge
Wait,
for my
hold on.
streams. This is payback.
You guys,
Payback.
you guys are giving away the schematics for the time machine here. You need to stop now.
V,
Oh,
I'm
right,
curious
right.
about
Sorry,
this
sorry.
context of the water that you have brought up. Under what context is it?
Okay, the story of the imaginary water. So, I was playing Dead by Daylight on stream, and I got really into the game, and I forgot to refill my water. So the entire stream, I was like drinking out of this cup with no water in it, and then like 30 minutes in, I'm like, there's no fucking water in this cup. So then, I think one of my mods clipped it, and now that's the joke of imaginary water, and everyone's like, "Prove to me there's water in there. Is there really water?"
That's like
funny.
every late night talk show ever. Like they have that that mug that's supposed to be
Right.
water on the table. There's nothing in there. It's either that or it's vodka. I'm convinced.
Anyway,
vodka or
though,
rum and coke.
drunken memories. We would originally start, but we have our special guest of Britt today. So, Britt, do you want to start everything off with some of your drunken stories?
Oh God. Ugh. Last time I remember actually getting drunk, it was with a bunch of friends back then. Oh, God, I don't even know how long ago. But from what I was told by another person was I was super huggy and flirty, but mostly to my husband. And so, like, the entire time I was just hitting on him not even paying attention to anyone else.
Oh,
That's a
lovely
saving
to be
grace, though,
drunk.
but that's still cute.
Isn't that a good thing though? I mean, you don't want to
That's a
be
lovely drunk right there.
right. You don't want to. You don't want to be the
There was so many people I never met there, and I was like, "Hey, how's it going? You're my best friend." And like, dude, I don't remember who they are now. Like,
Oh, no.
wild.
That's funny. That means you're a loyal drunk, at least. You're
At
like,
least,
oh,
yeah.
he's the nicest person in the world.
It's like, have you met my husband? He's so cute.
I actually have a joke about somebody being drunk in similar context, but
Later.
yeah, later in the story. Remind me.
Oh my lord. What is that like the only memory you have, Britt, or do you have like other?
Another one. Let's see. Actually, I was actually the DD this time,
Oh
but
my God.
so
DD
me and my
has the
husband
best
we're.
story.
I know, right? So I'm the DD, of course. This is years ago, but my husband and I were at his friend's house, and they were drinking all that fun stuff, and they were playing Mario Galaxy, and a couple more people showed up, and I think they ended up eating the ghost peppers that the guy was growing in his garden, and that you can already assume what happened after that.
Melted their tongues off is what happened.
Drunk and then ghost peppers.
well. Hey, if you're drinking beer, it kind of helps.
A little bit.
Yeah, they were drinking beer, and then all of a sudden the hard liquor came in, and I was like, "Oh God,
That
all right."
That doesn't help with ghost peppers at all.
Nope.
Oh, it makes it worse.
That makes it worse. Liquor burns on the way down. Could you imagine burping up a ghost pepper with liquor? Oh shit!
They
Yeah,
literally
it was
should
not a pretty
Be a
sight.
dragon for like the next several hours.
A dragon when it with vomit, like
It'd be like in The Sims
like a
when they
bad
have the
D&D.
spicy foods, and then when they're not used to it, they're like, and they blow fire out of their mouth.
Yeah,
that's.
I love that
one
they
reason-
added that.
One reason, if I ever visited India for whatever reason, I would not drink because I don't think I could handle their cuisine and alcohol at the same time. I just don't think I could do it.
It's not that bad. The tandoori can be a little bit iffy, but other than that,
I
it's
have-
okay.
I have a hard enough time handling Taco Bell. Okay, if I went to
Yeah, I think if you went to India and just sniffed the air one good time, you're like, all right, I'm done. I'm going back. That's all
would
the
just-
spiciness I need.
I would
Oh, right. So, Britt,
just smell curry.
Yeah.
Britt, my sister,
What up?
since you're in on the show, I gotta tell you the most famous drunk story of mine.
Lay it on me.
Yes.
So, we're gonna rewind the clock to when it was Mardi Gras for me.
Oh, God.
Years ago.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Did you get any beads?
Best one.
Oh, I got some beads, but we'll get to that point later.
But he didn't flash his boobs. He got the beats for something else.
So,
Well, that's where he put the beads.
Yes,
so
that's what
it's
I'm.
several years
referring
ago,
to.
it's Mardi Gras. I'm going with two of my close friends in the whole world. We're still close to this day, where one of them's a fashion designer, and the other one, unfortunately, I know passed away. I talked about him in a past video before, but we were there on like this big thing. There are like all of these different tourist girls around, be like, "Oh my God, I love you! Oh my God, I want to suck your dick!" And we're like, "Whoa, what?
Wow.
What?" Like that last one just came out of nowhere at like 6 in the afternoon. We're like, what? Who is down to blow someone at 6 in the afternoon?
Porn star.
Married people?
Jenna Jameson?
Not even married people. It's like literally college girls going up to people that are technically minors going, I'll suck your dick. What?
No, there's no what. If they're
It's not a what, it's just a, okay,
if
let's
you're
go.
under 20
Or like a
and a
when.
girl says she's gonna suck your dick, yes, please.
That's when you turn into Lil Jon. And
Both of them
Okay!
were either engaged or married, so they couldn't do shit, and I was on a short leash as is, so I couldn't do a damn thing.
B,
But
we
I
may have to talk
digress.
to the lawyers. We may have to talk to the lawyers about my Jenna Jameson comment. We don't want to get sued.
We don't give a shit today. Anyway,
Have to do the apology thing in another thing. It'll happen.
All right, that's right. We forgot. I'm sorry.
anyway. It's getting closer and closer to like being like the freak hours for Mardi Gras, where we're just now fully getting into everything. I'm getting my favorite mixed drinks. Julian's getting his favorite mixed drinks. And Levi's getting his favorite mixed drinks. We just having a ball. We're still partying up. And then these few college girls try to come up and it's like, hey, so you guys are all cute and everything. You guys want to go to a special party with us on the docks? And all of a sudden I'm just like, wait, did she say docks or did she say... I said docks. I know what you're thinking. It's okay, because you're cute. Little did I know, though, when we were placing our drinks down, we did not know someone spiked our shit. I have a feeling I know who it was, but I can't prove it. But I did not know that it was spiked. We're just taking some drinks down for us, and it all just seems like it's okay. For at least 5 seconds. The next thing I remember after like at least 5 seconds in from walking away with my drinks in hand, I automatically have like this weird rainbow vision of like the most creative, fantastical world of like wyverns, dragons, mole people, cat goddess ladies and shit just walking around this way, that way. And I'm just like, oh my fucking god! Am I on LSD again? I'm just wandering around trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. Then I just trip on something where I just all of a sudden see the Cheshire Cat's face just staring at me. Only to then just finally come to see that's a cow about to lick my face.
Dang.
I
Wow.
apparently woke up 2 states away from Mardi Gras where I have like a torso covered in beads because I didn't have a shirt anymore. I had one shoe. I still had my pants on. My wallet was missing, and then all of a sudden I had to just wake up confused as shit as like the farmer's like, boy, what the hell you doing on my farm? I'm like, on your I thought I was in Louisiana. He's like, Louisiana, boy. That is 2 states away that way. What you are right now is around Alabama. What? How'd I even get here? I then just start wandering around to like the nearest restaurant place to get to a phone, try and call up one of my boys. I try first calling up Levi. I don't get a response. So I then call up Julie, and he's just like, motherfucker, I am trapped in these college girls' place. And I don't even know what the fuck happened. All I just see is like condoms everywhere, up in the toilet, up in the shower, on one of their feet. It's a catastrophe. And I feel like someone's about to come in the room. Hey, what's going on in there? I gotta go. Then I finally get a hold of Levi. He's just like, yeah, I have no idea where I am, but I hear like, some ship horns going on. Only to find out he's in a container going across the way. And that was probably the last time I got drunk at Mardi Gras.
When was the last time you got drunk?
Yeah.
Well, he knows better than
That's a
to
good
do it at
question.
Mardi Gras because he winds up 2 states away with no shoe, no shirt. Oh, excuse me. 1 shoe, no shirt, loads of beads. He can't find his friends.
I mean, the last time I got fully drunk, that was the last adventure people could actually respond to me about. It was like this big party event going on in Italy, mind you. I was around at least 18 years old, and they were just like, come on, man. It's going to be like the biggest party ever. There's going to be models. There's going to be booze. There's going to be models. You already said models. I know, it's very important for this, because I can't have fun anymore because I'm married. Like, fuck, okay then, I'll go. They fly me out. We go to Forlì. Forlì was beautiful. The food, the wine, the people were kind of iffy because I feel like some of the married women wanted to sleep with me for some stupid reason. It was an enjoyable experience, but we all of a sudden get on this huge yacht location just talking to all these people. I even got to meet Vera Wang. That was an interesting experience. But during that time, it's just all of a sudden a shot competition with like this big guy becoming this huge celebrity in the indie scene. I have no idea who he is or what he does now, but it was fucking weird. Where he's just like, okay, the name of the game is Gambit's Roulette. I'm like, what? Gambit's what? Basically, we take 3 shots of whiskey, 2 shots of gin, 4 shots of vodka, and 1 shot of Fireball. Like, what? We take a round of these every single round. The person that ends up passing out has to pay the tab.
What?
How do they pay the tab if they're passed out?
I don't know.
Leave them there and you keep
No,
drinking.
you reach into their pocket, pull out their wallet, get
This
their
just-
credit card, hand it to the bartender.
This just sounds like a scheme to get them way too drunk, then you steal all their money. That's what it sounds like.
It probably fucking was. But I'm just like, you know, you're kind of stupid. But I'll do it anyway because you're stupid. I start off slow. I just start doing all the stuff and then I just throw back a few ones miming it where it's just going behind my head. Where as soon as like round 6, he's like, hey, wait, you're not drunk, you're cheating. And I'm like, I'm not cheating. I'm just drunkenly tossing. What? I didn't say anything. I thought you said something. Vince, I said nothing. Don't lie to me! It's then round 10. He's then passed out, and then I'm just like, I'm the king! I'm the victor! He's paying for everything! And I want Methuselah!
You just threw that in there? Methuselah!
No, Methuselah is a real-life wine brand. It's like this huge-ass bottle. Like, imagine...
Yeah, but does
several
anybody
different
else
bottles
know what
combined
you're
into
talking
one.
about when you scream this? I love Enoch! Father of Methuselah!
Corn for the corn god!
But they give me
Next,
the
we're bringing
Methuselah.
out the Wicker Man.
But they give me the Methuselah. That's the last thing I remember, just having the bottle in my hand go like, yeah! I then wake up the next day, like face down, feet up with the sun beating down on me. I have a shirt on and pants, but apparently I have like 7 watches. I have like 14 rings on each hand.
My God.
And all of a sudden, I hear this one guy saying, the captain's gone! The captain's gone! What the fuck are we gonna do? But we're already parked in Florida.
What?
Wow.
So,
I'm just
is
like,
anybody else here agreeing that
even
we should
happen?
we should just let V go last?
Yeah! It's a little hard to follow up.
Like, I mean,
Yeah, a little bit hard.
or maybe we should have taken turns and just done like a round table thing. Like, yeah, you know, I got so drunk one time at my buddy's house, passed out in the bathroom so nobody could use it.
I got so drunk I woke up on the roof. Here's the problem. The only way up is on a drain pipe, and I somehow fucking Assassin Creeded my ass onto the fucking roof.
Oh my god.
If you somehow manage to actually do that,
I did.
I will be impressed. When?
I was drinking with Tyler. He lives in a 2-story building. The only way up is the drain.
Wait. Tyler from high school or
Yeah.
Tyler from the old telemarketing gig?
Tyler from high school.
When did you go drinking with him? I don't believe you. Pictures
Tell
are.
the story.
We didn't have pictures. We were smart
Then,
enough not to have evidence.
Then I don't believe you.
see, all my crazy drunken stories either involve violence, pain, or like near-death experience. So that's not.
Oh,
And then you guys hear my drunken stories, you're just like, what the fuck happened to your liver?
I shouldn't say that. I should take back the near-death experience. I don't. Wait. No, I wasn't drunk then. Never mind.
My friends
No.
were.
So
Okay.
there was this one time, me and my buddy, we're drinking, and I'm like, it's Friday night, so we're just kind of letting loose.
Right?
And the feeling's right, and we're not like going out or partying or anything. We're just like sitting back on the PlayStation, just fucking playing games and voguing. And my niece.
I love that everyone's voguing.
We do this every time Hubs looks away. That way when he looks back, just straight up vogue.
My niece calls.
It's his favorite thing.
It is. Oh God, what time was it? I think it was 10 o'clock. It was 10 o'clock at night, and she sends me this message saying,
"He can't do it."
No, that was the right there.
She sends me
Talking and voguing is hard. Leave him alone. This is actually difficult.
Isn't very good.
Let us tell a story.
This really isn't a great story. I'm just telling you a drunken story that I actually remember. Anyways, my niece texts me, and my niece she's more like my little sister. My sister is actually 12 years older than me. Mm-hmm. So my niece, when she was born, I was like 13 or 14. I can't remember. I got to go back. Her birthday's July 3rd. I remember that every year, but I don't remember how old she is now because I can barely remember how old I am. I want to be younger. Anyways,
you're young at heart. That's what matters.
She sends me this text message. Can you please come get me? I'm in a bad situation. I really need help. Could you come and get me? So I'm like, okay. Well, at the time, I'm a little bit drunk. It's 10 o'clock. I think we started at like 6 or 7. So I'm pretty buzzed. And I'm like, yeah, where are you? And, my niece, my whole family lives around this area. So I'm like, yeah, I'll go get her. Whatever. I'll help her out. I'm feeling good. Let's do this. She's like, I'm in Kansas City. For those who don't know, I live in Janesville, Wisconsin. Southern Wisconsin. Kansas City is a ways away. It's 10 o'clock at night, and she wants me to come and get her. What would any drunken person do? Fuck yeah, I'll come get you. I'll help you out. And I don't know all the facts yet. I just know that, like, when any of my family members call me up and they're like, can you come and help me out? Can you come and get me? I'll go do it. I'll just come. It's my thing. So we get in the car. My buddy is not drunk. He is not drinking at the level I am drinking at this night. And he's like, yeah, fuck yeah, let's do this. Let's go help her out. Okay, blah, blah, blah. We start driving to Kansas City from Wisconsin. Drunken person's brain is like, yeah, this is doable. My buddy's brain is like, dude, do you know how far away that is? Fuck it, let's just go. It ain't that far away. I think it took my parents, completely sober and both very awake. I think oh God, where is Kansas City compared to here? How many hours away is it? Let me just check the fucking Google Maps. Anyways, we start driving, and he's like, man, you're fucking crazy. And I'm like, fuck this, she needs my help, I need to go. So we're driving, and I know nothing of the story, and she's sending me texts along the way. So we pass the Illinois border, start heading south. And we're driving. It's 7 hours away. 7 hours and 23 minutes to drive. 509 miles. We left, I believe, at 11:30. I can't remember. And I'm not going to give all the details of how fast we were going or, who was doing what and how to get there. Anyways, we left at like 11:30, and we made it back to Janesville at 6 o'clock in the morning.
That's not that bad.
That's not that bad. We discovered, though, after a certain time, I believe it was 1 o'clock in the morning, Illinois toll booths, because they have tollways in Illinois.
Oh, God.
Nobody is there. They're just wide open. Nobody's there to collect the change. Nobody is there. There's no fucking cops guarding them. So,
wow.
I'm not saying we broke the law when it comes to speed limits, but my car's governor, or the speed limiter on the engine, was fucked up in an accident once, so it didn't work anymore.
Oh, God.
That's all I'm going to say about that. So we drove from Janesville, Wisconsin to Kansas City and back again in less than 14 hours. So, according to the maps, I went a little bit faster than I should have been going. Needless to say, a little bit. needless to say, everything was okay. My niece was all right. So she's sending me texts on our way down there. She tells me she's in the hospital. I'm like, oh, fuck. Now I'm getting, I'm drunk, so my mind is going in the wrong direction because she's with a guy that I don't like in the first place. So I'm like, what the fuck did he do to you? And I'm freaking out. And I'm like, just floor it, dude. Let's see how fast this fucking car can go, right? And I had a Saturn Astra at the time, 2013 Saturn Astra, which they don't make anymore. Saturn's a dead car. And it was a stick, so that was fun. So we're flying down there, and I'm getting like enraged, and I'm drunk, and the buzz is now wearing down, and I'm coming down, and I'm just like getting angry. Why are you in the hospital? Why is this? Why is that? Why is that?
As you do.
Needless to say, we get down there. She sends me a text saying, "Oh, everything's okay. We're in Kansas City at this point. Everything's okay. You don't need to come get me anymore. We're all good." I'm like, wait a second, what? What hospital are you at? Well, I'm afraid to tell you now. Wait, what? Why are you afraid to tell me? Because I think you'll be mad at me if you come in here. I mean, it just made you drive to Kansas City. I'm like, you didn't make me do anything. I drove down here for you voluntarily. I would at least like to see you. Like, I want to do a what is that called? Wellness check? I want to make sure everything's cool. Just tell me where you're at. I will come give you a hug, and then we'll leave. And it's as if nothing happened at all. She's like, I'm not going to do that. I can't. That's not the real reason why I'm afraid. I'm like, well, then why are you afraid? And she goes, well, I'm afraid that once you get here, you're going to beat the shit out of my boyfriend. And I said, well, I don't like him, but if he's not the reason you're in the hospital, I won't touch him.
Fair enough.
If I don't have a reason to beat his ass,
Then
I won't.
Right.
And I won't touch him. I'll leave it alone. I just want to know that you're okay. So she sends me this list of I am fine. I'm not. I can't tell you where I am. I'm afraid that you're going to do something that you'll regret. You already told me that you were drunk, and I'm like, yeah, but I'm not driving, so it's okay.
No, that's not fun at all.
It's not like I'm walking into a hospital looking to beat somebody's ass, So, anyways, she sends me this whole long list of texts, and we stopped, I think, at one or two of the hospitals, and asked, do you have an so-and-so here? Do you have a so-and-so here? Who are you to her? I'm her uncle. Show them the ID, blah, blah, blah. Now, I don't know if we actually hit one of the hospitals where she was at, and she no, that's not my uncle. Turn this person away. I don't know.
Hell if I know.
Regardless, I had to end up turning around and coming back. And needless to say, I was even more pissed off than when I was on the way down. So it's one thing being, rushing to your family's side to help them out for something, and then you get there and they're like, nope, I don't need you because I'm afraid.
Yeah.
And it's not because she's afraid of me, of what I was going to do, but afraid of my reaction to what the situation is, or my reaction to who's in the hospital room, or whatever, as if to think that I have no control over myself. Because by the time we got down there, I was sober.
I'd say that was a good 7-hour drive. You're going to be sober.
Well, it didn't even take us 7 hours. But I was sober by the time we got there, so I was well enough in my head to realize what's going on. And like I said, I just wanted to do a wellness check. She refused me, right? So I was more hurt and angry than anything. I just drove to Kansas City from hometown. It's supposed to be 7 hours. I think we made it in 4. And we drove back. I'm like, you know what? No, I'm done. I'm like, I'm fucking done for the night. I'm tired. I'm pissed. I fell asleep, and by the time we were passing back over the Illinois border, I woke up, and it was like, holy shit, I didn't realize we were moving, and then you have that, fucking hangover head going in a moving car, and I'm looking like, where the fuck are we? And I finally recognize where we're at, and I look at the time, I'm like, wait a second, it's 6 o'clock in the morning, and we just drove from Janesville to Kansas to Janesville. I'm like doing the math in my head, the drunken math, right?
Oh god.
Or the hangover math. And I'm like cross-eyed looking at my phone's fucking time. I'm like, what the fuck just happened and why did we do that? That was a major waste of time and gas. Actually, it wasn't. I didn't even have to fill up the gas tank. That thing got good gas mileage. That's what I take away from that whole trip. My car got really great gas mileage.
Especially when you're doing over 90. Oh, yeah. I think fucking...
Thanks for bringing up time, though, Aaron. Britt, how you doing on time?
I got about 10, 15 minutes still, so I'm good. I'm still listening to everyone and stuff.
Okay. I only have to ask because Britt can only be a special guest today because she has to still adult.
Adulting.
Yeah.
Adulting sucks. I wish there was
the workplace is kind of short-handed, so someone needs to go in early today.
Yes.
Hate it.
Maybe maybe next Sunday for the recording session she'll stay long.
I hope so. My boss is so lazy, she needs to hire more people.
Anyways, just to finish this up quick, everything was okay. My niece was alright. The circumstances weren't what she made it out to be. And it was just basically a big fucking fiasco where we set a land speed record driving to Kansas City and back, which is pretty good. We didn't have to refuel, so yeah. I'll leave it. That's the craziest drunken memory I have.
So we had compassionate drunk and Dee Dee's story. We had, I don't know what the fuck I had in my life.
Mardi Gras story, man.
The hangover.
That was hangover experience.
The hangover experience, definitely. Yeah.
And we had Too Fast, Too Furious over here.
Hey, the speedometer said it could go to 140. I wasn't looking at the speedometer when we were going, though, so.
Like, at this point, I'm just like, fuck Vin Diesel, put Aaron in the next Fast and Furious movie.
Hell yeah, I'll do it. I can Tokyo Drift.
I think he was drunk.
Oh my god.
Okay, who is next on the board?
Well, Sally doesn't get drunk often, so...
She only got drunk
Story
once.
just based on
I got drunk on my bachelorette party and that was it. And all I remember are videos of me dancing on a piano with like a massive drink in my hand, singing "Wannabe" with my bachelorette party, and then apparently the whole like table was covered with drinks and barely they didn't touch any of it. And I woke up and I was puking. So that's when I didn't want to drink again. At least there's video to prove of that, though. Like, it's pretty great. Like, I'm, like, almost falling off the piano and stuff, and apparently they did Mustang Sally for me, because that's, like, my actual name, and they do, like, they're like, oh, we have a song with Sally in the name, so let's do Mustang Sally for your party. And at one point, my friends had to come up and hold me on the piano so I wouldn't fall over.
So we then have responsible / I was just an innocent baby.
Yes.
That's my own devices. Dun, dun, dun.
Which one should... Let me go first. You can go next. I think
fine.
I'm going to do the I'm killing my friends.
Oh good, the best for last.
Yeah.
Oh boy, go ahead.
Okay, so me and my friends were getting good and lit anyway. We had whiskey. We had Jameson 50-year-old whiskey. The shit's smooth as is, but you pour that shit on rocks, and it's like water.
Oh, dang.
Shit's fucking amazing. But we're doing drinks, not shots, but we're doing drinks on the rocks with that. And one of my friends like, oh, hey, I just got a bottle of this shit. We should try this. Like, okay, what is it? They're like, absinthe.
Oh, God.
I'm like, I have never heard of that. What is that? They're like, it's really, really good.
Real absinthe?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Like you
the
have to
illegal-
cut it. Like
the
you have
illegal
to cut
stuff.
it with sugar.
This was
Yes.
before absinthe became illegal in the U.S. because they realized that people were dying.
Stupid.
Well,
Well, that's exactly what we were about to do. Hold on.
That's because they
That's
use
the-
heroin to make it. They use the opium plant to make it.
Oh,
Yep,
yeah,
yep.
we didn't know that.
Yeah, that's where the hallucinations of shit come from.
Wait, so how bad did it actually get?
Oh, it actually
There
got
you
fucking
go.
amazing. But what happened was,
Okay.
me and my friends were starting to do shots, and you got to cut it with sugar. in order to bring the alcohol content down.
They didn't know that.
No, we did.
Green
We
spice.
knew that, and we were doing it for the first 2 or 3 shots. So it went from 98% alcohol to like 92%, because that's a huge fucking difference. On the third shot, it's not sitting well for me.
Well, no shit. You're only supposed to do like 1.
Yeah, well, I hadn't eaten anything, so I decided to scarf a pizza, and that didn't help. So now I'm not feeling so good, so I'm like, all right, I'm going to lean back on the absinthe. They're like, yeah, no, we'll continue with it, though. We like this shit. So now we're 2 more shots in, and I'm doing whiskey instead of absinthe. And one of my friends decides, stupid as he is, decides he's going to go shot for shot with me. I'm doing whiskey, 40 proof. No, 40%, which is 80 proof. He's doing absinthe, and we stopped cutting 1 shot ago. So now it's 98% alcohol to 40% alcohol, and they think it's a brilliant idea to go shot for shot. And I'm too drunk to say that's stupid. So we are.
No, the best part was you're the one that kept filling their glasses.
Oh, yeah, because I'm sober enough to still manage to get the bottle to the glass to fill it for them. So they're like, yeah, another shot. So I'm like, all right, here we go. Yeah.
They never found out that he was drinking whiskey. And they were
You'd
drinking
think they'd
absinthe.
realize, because I would set the absinthe bottle down, reach over for the whiskey bottle, fill my shot, set it down, grab the absinthe bottle, fill their shots, hand them out. They watched me do this, and they still didn't stop to think, wait, that alcohol has half the content of alcohol. We shouldn't be going shot for shot for this. This is not ending well. No, my friends are stupid. We are now 12 shots of absinthe in, which is 3 shots of absinthe for me.
Wait, how many people died? Just,
No, but
Almost
hold on.
Almost 2.
You don't get me-
Almost.
don't
that is too
beat the
many.
Hangover
That's a
moment.
nice record.
Here's the thing: there were 3 of us drinking it. Well, there were 4. I stopped. So we're down to the last 3. They're passing out because 12 shots of absinthe. 3 of which were only cut. So the next morning we wake up. My friends feel like they're dying. They're so sick. I'm like, dude, hangover? They're like, yeah, this is the worst one I've ever had.
2 friends out of like 6 or 8 of us that were there that just kept pouring and drinking the absinthe. They couldn't move for 2 days straight.
No. Here's what happened. We get up. I'm like, dude, you all right? Because I'm fine. I do not get hangovers. It doesn't matter how much I drink. I do not get hangovers. I wake up feeling great. So I'm up in the morning, and I'm happy, and I'm all chipper, and they're lying on the sofa trying to sleep. And I'm like, all right, guys, roll call. You all right? And they're like, yeah, we're fine. Just get us some water. Cool. Grabbed a couple glasses of water, set it next to them. Got a couple aspirins, set it next to them.
Got some buckets, set it next to them.
Because I assumed hangover. They're like, okay. I'm like, all right, we got to go. Are you guys good? They're like, yeah, we're good. Get going. Because we live, fuck all, 100
About
miles
2 hours away from where they are.
So we're like, all right, we got to get home. We got shit to do. They're like, all right, bye. We find out 6 months later, my friends had actual alcohol poisoning and spent 3 days on those couches not being able to keep water down.
You think?
Wow.
I told them. Well, my big thing was, I was like, why the hell didn't you call us and tell us to come back or take your butt to the hospital?
They're like, we didn't think it would last that long.
You'd think after the first day they'd have been like, you save us or something.
No, my friends are idiots, and that's probably why we got into a shot for shot between whiskey and absinthe.
Our
Right.
brother-in-law,
By the way, I won that
ladies and
shot for shot.
gentlemen.
Because you cheated.
This is our family.
All right, so I need to make a correction. Absinthe is not made with heroin or opium. It is made with wormwood, which is the hallucinogen.
Yeah.
And in Europe, they cut it. So, like you were cutting it with sugar, in Europe, they cut it with grains of opium. So when you have a
Oh,
spoon,
dang.
they're pouring it over the spoon with opium on it to cut it to raise the alcohol level.
Oh.
Hey, man.
So absinthe is
Makes sense.
on average, absinthe is like 45 to 74% alcohol by volume, which is like 148 proof,
Yeah.
which would be higher than anything we have here.
Hey, if people
allowed by
get
law.
turned that bad, that's on them.
But yeah, the main ingredient is called Artemisia absinthium, which is grand wormwood, which is anybody who knows anything about herbs or anything like that, or any Wiccans would know it. Wormwood is a hallucinogen and can be deadly if consumed too much.
Yup.
Yeah.
But can be a
Not a
fun
Wicca,
break if
but I know
taken
that.
too little.
So that's what causes the hallucinations, and then in Europe, like I said, they cut it with heroin, or not opium. That's what makes you so floaty and happy, right? So it's like LSD on a cloud.
I missed the best part of the story.
I'm
Sorry.
so fucking high right now.
My friends, during this whole shenanigans, had stopped drinking absinthe. He was one of the smart ones. We decided it was time for him to go to bed.
Oh, can I tell this part? This
Yes.
is my favorite part because I got a front row seat.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
So, at this point in time in my life, I just decided to play DD because I pretty much drank well before I was 21, and by the time I turned 21, I was like, fuck it, I don't want to drink anymore. So, we're hanging out with our friends or whatever. Like he said, it's time for everybody to go to bed. This particular friend, I'll call him Platypus, because that's also part of his YouTube name. So, Platypus and Snook was okay. Snook was helping me get him to bed. I could not pick up Platypus, so we had him and Ogre carry him to the back room, and he was loud and just like, "No, I'm still drinking."
Just wait a second. Wait.
What?
Platypus, Snook, and Ogre.
Yes, these are
This
all
is
their-
Revenge of the
their-
Nerds.
Yeah.
Pretty much. This is all.
That's awesome.
Wait, guys,
We
before
also
we
have
continue,
Potter. Yeah.
Britt, is it time?
Yeah, it's pretty close. I was about to call my work and be like, "Hey, I'm running late. Traffic is super high right now."
Aw.
Well, I'm sorry, Britt. I'm
Was
sorry.
it early in the morning for you?
Well, I work graveyard shift, so yeah, I'm working 9 to 6 tonight.
Is that opposed to Old Mexico?
Yes.
Oh.
Yep, we're fresher-ish. Not really. It's a dump. Don't come
Hey,
here.
my sister.
I love the Jeff Dunham reference, though.
This is hell.
Oh.
But we gotta be responsible members of the family and let Britt get ready for work.
It was fun listening to you guys. Thank you for having me here and
You
stuff.
can come back
Well,
next
go
week
ahead
if you
again.
want.
Oh yeah, I will definitely try. Hopefully my boss will let me actually come in at 11 like I normally do, but I don't know why. She decides, oh, Sundays are slow. You can come in and be by yourself and lock the doors, which I don't mind, but it still sucks. You get so lonely and you end up talking to yourself and laughing at your own jokes.
Well, if you join us next week, you can tell us all what. Well, I'm sorry, I may be late to the game. What you do for a living, so
Oh, I do nothing special.
Maybe-
but
maybe next time.
yes,
Cleans up
definitely.
after the
I'll
morning.
share I have so many stories about my workplace. It's yeah.
Workplace stories are the best.
Oh god, next week workplace stories. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
I
Well,
have
I'm excited for that.
But
I've got-
we'll see you next week, Britt.
I will see you guys next time. I'll definitely be watching the rest of the video when it gets on YouTube. So
Okay.
count me in. Alrighty, bye guys. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Now we can get to the dirty stuff. I'm kidding.
Now that the bitch. I'm just kidding.
But I do have a dirty
Oh,
drunk story
Calm
for
down
you.
now.
Oh,
I'm
wait, but
gonna
I
wait
didn't
until
finish the rest
Shweebs and
of this
Phoenix
one.
finish
You
their
have to
round.
sleep.
Yay!
You gotta
Mini
let
chaos.
you gotta let Shweeb finish the story, and then she's got her own story.
Oh, this
And
is
then
true.
I'll tell
Oh,
the
look at that
dirty
shirt.
story.
Oh, yay. Okay, so let me see. Okay, so yeah, I had Snook and Ogre carry Platypus because I cannot pick him up. I am too weak for stuff like that. My back won't allow me to. So I got a front row seat on the couch. No, let me tell the
Hold on.
story.
Platypus is kind of a bodybuilder. To explain why there's no picking him up unless you are a bodybuilder.
Unless you are dragging him, and I'm not going to get too far. But anyways, so I had Ogre and Snook, and they're like, all right, just carry him to his room. It's time for him to go to bed. Everybody needs to lay down because people aren't feeling good anymore. Platypus is practically screaming. He's like, no, more alcohol. Snook took the bottle away from him, and he somehow found another one, was trying to open it and drink it as fast as he could, and they're like, no, put it back. So they carried him off to his bedroom, and all you hear is, no! And then the door slams. I get to watch all of this, it's fun.
Like he's being violated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you see Snook and Ogre come out, and they're getting their beds set. 15 minutes later, at the corner of my eye via peripheral, I see Platypus down the hall. Sitting propped up against the wall. And he looks at me and he goes, shh, shh, shh. And I'm like, what are you doing? And he goes, shh, I'm a ninja. And I'm like, and I look and I was like, Snook.
You're a terrible ninja.
Going, no, shh. And I'm like, Snook. He snuck out of his room. Get him back in there, please. Snook comes over there and he's like, God damn it, Platypus, get in your room. And he goes, shh, you can't see me. I'm a ninja. Shh. So he grabs Platypus by both of his arms, drags him back in his room, and all you hear once again is, no! Slam. That was the end of that night.
And wait. So
He never
Snook,
came back out.
Platypus is the bodybuilder?
Platypus, Snook, and Ogre
the
bodybuilder.
bodybuilder.
They're all three of them.
Yeah.
Not Ogre.
Ogre wasn't there.
Yes, he was.
No.
Yes, he was.
This isn't
Oh no.
Platypus's house.
Oh, was it Lewin?
It was Lemon, yes.
No, Lewin.
Lemon!
Lewin.
We're not using his
Lewin.
actual name.
Lemon.
Lemon.
I could have sworn Ogre came over for that
No,
trip. Whatever.
'cause that was
I don't
at
care. Okay,
Platypus's house.
wait. Let me explain it. Let me explain it this way. Pretty much all of our college buddies are fit, healthy people, unlike us two, because we love food too much.
Yeah.
And almost all of them bodybuild or do some kind of physical athletic stuff. So not us, at least not yet. So they're all bigger people. So that might be why it probably was Lewin and not Ogre. But whatever, it doesn't matter.
Lemon.
Lewin.
Lemon. I'm
gonna tell him that you call him Lemon.
He hates it.
Exactly. But anyways, okay, so that was that same, we'll tell more about that story later because there were other events that happened and they were pretty funny.
Oh yeah, it's always a blast to get
That
drunk.
story is actually a little long. You know what? I'll just tell the last part because it's not really that long. So that same night, mind you, Vivi had been drinking. He was the other person. Him and Platypus were the two that got incredibly sick from the absinthe. So this was after like 4 or 5 shots. It's getting close to them winding down. Vivi is sitting next to me on the couch or whatever, and I don't know what was said. I know you and he were talking about something, and he got all kinds of upset about it, and he went to say something. Oh no, I know what it was. He's a martial arts enthusiast, so that's cute. So he was like, I'm sober enough. I can control my reflexes. Goes to go like this, like he's gonna hit me. And on a norm, he can get it about this far away from your face, and the most you'll feel is the wind. No, he fucking clocks me as hard as he drunkenly could. I turn and look at him and just elbowed him right as hard as I possibly could in the abdomen. And I was like, I hope you throw up.
He's like, okay, maybe I'm drunk.
Maybe I'm just a little drunk. And I was like, that's it. It's bedtime. I'm done with this. And that was the hidden story in there.
Yes, that was
He didn't know that happened until about 3-4 years ago. That story had been brought up again. And he was like, oh, I am so sorry. And I was like, it's okay. I got you back. You just don't remember that part.
He was so drunk he didn't remember any of it. All he remembered from that night was never to drink absinthe again.
Yeah.
I have
He learned that he'd hit me. He felt so bad. He was like, I'm so sorry.
He's like, because we didn't preface that story with any explanation. I just said, yeah, you hit.
Thanks. I should have edited that out.
I'm sorry.
Wait, what out?
Shweebs!
What? All I know is there's like a huge beep there. What do you mean edit out?
What is editing?
I'm so sorry. That was dumb.
Such language, Phoenix. God, there are
this-
children present on this alcoholic show. Thank you.
Not safe to say the word anywhere, okay? Samantha B can't get away with it, neither can you, Phoenix.
Right.
Whoa!
That's my favorite word.
Do me a favor, beat every single one of those.
We
All
are
right.
editors
Silly.
to work tonight.
But yeah, my friend, I just said that, yeah, you just hit her in the face. Full on clocker.
No
and
context.
he's like,
No
what?
context. He's like, what? Wait,
what happened?
what
when?
happened?
What? And I pointed out the night, and he's like, all right, so, okay, why? I go, well, you were trying to show that you were sober. And in your drunken moment, you thought it was brilliant to do a reflex thing where you punch at her and stop just short of her face.
Don't know why he picked me of all people.
You were sitting next to him.
I guess so. But
And
normally
you
he ignores
failed.
me with that because he knows I'm not about that life. Because what happened? He got hit back.
Normally it's me or Potter who play the game with him, where he's like, I'm not drunk. I'm like, really? And then we'll swing for his face and stop. And if he does his normal reflex, which is to defend and immediately throw an attack back, he's sober. If not, he's drunk and needs to go to bed.
It was still pretty funny though because he felt so bad and I was like, it's okay.
Oh, by the way, our friend Potter looks like Harry Potter minus his scar.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, that's the nickname there.
Right.
We all
Okay, so I suppose the only thing left is to actually tell a personal, like, drunken memory. Though I think I may have already shared this one with you guys, but I'll make it short, but I'll still make it amusing, as always. So, this one was my 21st birthday, which I have very few memories of, and we're not going to drag it out.
It's my fault.
I know, we're not going to drag it out. I'm just going to tell everything from my perspective. So, to start off, we went to the college to go pick up one of my professors because he was a real cool dude. He bought me Red Cat. I love Red Cat. Great stuff. So that's what I started with. And then I did a toast with him and my parents, and it was more Red Cat. And then my mom made a Wapatula. For those of you that don't know what a Wapatula is, it's basically you take vodka or some kind of clear liqueur or whatever, shove it inside of a watermelon, and then just let that bitch soak for like 2-3 days. Cut it open, you mix in other fruits, it's delicious. So I was eating that because I was like, oh, this is so cool. You know, celebrating the fact that I'm actually legal to drink now, even though I'd been drinking since I was like 16, but who cares? And then I was like, okay, I'm starting to feel kind of weird, like head fuzz. I'm going to start drinking water. Little did I know, ass face
Hold on,
Phoenix.
let me
No,
explain.
no,
Let
no,
me real
no. You're
quick
not allowed to
interject.
explain. This is
Let
all,
me
no,
interject.
no, this is my perspective. Shut up. I'm telling the story.
Let me interject just one little fact.
What?
I had bought 3 bottles of vodka for this purpose. Continue.
Okay. Little did I know that he went behind me when I wasn't paying attention to my water bottles and was spiking them with vodka. Asshole. Okay, so all this drinking happens, and then it comes later at night to where we're doing the birthday cake and stuff, and I am out of my mind blitzed. To the point, I somehow managed to blow out the candles, and then I just took my whole hand, shoved it in my cake, and threw it at my youngest sister.
No. There's more to that. What happened was...
This is my perspective. Stop adding to my story. This is my
You didn't
perspective.
initiate
I
that.
don't care.
Your sister threw the first bit of
I
cake.
don't care. Shut
Well,
up.
she wiped it on your face.
My
and
story!
You then grabbed the chunk and whipped it out.
My story. So I picked up some cake and threw it at her. Got in her eye. I felt bad, but I felt happy about it for some reason. The next thing I know, I'm talking and there's loads of people in the house. I can't even remember half the people that were there. And then all of a sudden I start tilting to the left. And then I fall into my friend's lap. I like him, but not like that. It took a while and like 3 people to pull me up. Now from this point it gets really fuzzy. We somehow made it out to our bonfire, which is like half a mile that way. Or a quarter of a mile, whatever. It's a far way. Apparently, Phoenix and then my college professor hoisted me and hoofed me outside to the bonfire. The only bit that I remember was leaning on my college professor and going, "You're so sparkly." And then somehow winding up in the grass. And
That's
then
how you tell if they're an alien or a vampire.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And then I somehow fell off the log that I was sitting on and into the grass, and someone said something about spiders, and in my drunken frenzy I was like, "Spiders! Spiders! Ah! Spiders! Jesus Christ! Spiders! Ah!" I almost fell in the fire. This is not like fire that's on level ground. This was a 4-foot deep fire pit. It was a problem. So they're like, all right, enough of this shit. Take her inside. I don't know how I got inside. Apparently more people picked me up and carried me back into the house where I woke up on the couch and people were leaving. And I'm like, what happened? The party only just started. And then I realized it's like 11 at night. I'm like, Jesus Christ, what happened? I woke up completely sober. I was like, what? Where'd the day go? Jeez. That's all I remember from that whole thing. It's great.
I want to point
We
out.
are naming this podcast My Story. My perspective. Don't add to it.
This one would
My
let me tell
story.
it.
My story, my perspective, no additions.
Exactly. Mr. Wait, I need to add this. No, my story.
My story.
Oh man.
But yeah, I celebrated my 21st birthday, I think, really well, because that's the only parts I can remember.
And Professor's an alien. Or a vampire.
I'm betting more towards the alien. 'Cause the
That would make
vampires, I don't
sense.
think- I don't
That would
think-
make sense because vampires don't sparkle.
True. Real vampires do not sparkle.
I mean,
They just have
Natalie,
yellow eyes.
She doesn't sparkle.
Red.
I mean, unless you
I don't
want to see
sparkle,
her
no.
when she's fabulous.
Alright, so you mentioned
anyone-
dirty drunken stories.
Oh yeah, this is where I
Wait,
got
wait,
my
wait.
stripper name from.
You haven't heard Sally yet. What the
No,
hell?
we heard
I
Sally.
did give one.
Oh, you had
No.
left at that time.
I gave my only
Aw.
one.
And I wasn't here for it.
Yeah. But
Means
this
you're
is where I
gonna have
actually got my
fun
stripper name
podcast.
from, so brace yourselves for this one.
Wait, what's your
I am
stripper name?
excited. Let's go.
So, I think it was during my second engagement when I was living in Europe, and me and Felicity were just having like this very fun night out with her friends where they were just doing their normal thing of her friends judging me and then judging Scottish and Irish people until they finally got rat-ass drunk to be like, you know what, now you're my best friend right here. This man right here, this is my best friend. I'm like, Daniel, get the fuck off me.
They Australian?
No, British.
Oh.
Although Aussies
New Zealand?
and British
Rocky.
people do sound the same because their accents, but that's beside the point. Anyway,
Only one has kangaroos and the other one's got fucking crumpets.
pretty much. So,
Hey, and
Wow,
fucking
we're gonna have to
bitch.
apologize to all of the Australian and
Hey,
we'll
British
leave that
people.
to our lawyers. We have no
Afro, no, I
time
mean
to
it.
apologize.
And New Zealanders, just because
We
of
can
proximity.
leave that to our lawyers. We don't have time to
Nobody-
apologize. So,
nobody apologizes to New Zealand. They have way too nice of a fucking country.
You're
They
right,
should
but
be apologizing to us.
but they're
for having
always
such a great country.
mistaken. They're always mistaken for Australianers.
so
Is that what you call them? Australianers?
we're
Yes.
just we're just still
Austrians.
hanging out. With
Aussie.
them, just going to their favorite club and whatnot, where they're just putting on EDM music. We're just like.
just some girl screams in the
that's
background.
Yeah, even with all the LSD twerk teams on the dance floor going like, oh my god, I'm everyone's friend here. You wanna fuck on the dance floor?
That sounds
Where
like
the
ecstasy.
fuck are their twerk teams? I need to join. Where the fuck are their twerk teams?
You gotta go to an EDM club or a rave, see?
I gotta fucking find one.
So anyway, they're just
I've gotta fucking find one.
they're,
Quote of the night, right there.
They're already starting to get hammered, but Felicity's just like, you know, Vince, I've never seen you get drunk around me before. Why is that? And I'm like, well, you see, I OD'd about a year ago, as I told you. And I don't get drunk anymore because that's bullshit. Leave this aside, though. This is when I was around 16, 17 years old. This is before the boat story in Italy.
Damn.
So I haven't really been fully drunk for a few good years now. But Felicity wanted to get on my case about everything because it was just like, I haven't done all these fun things with her. I haven't done all these exciting adventures with her. It had to be all these things with her that night because when she's drunk, she's bitchy. So I'm just like, I need to get the fuck away from you before I say something I'm gonna regret. I'm learning my mistakes from my former engagement. So I'm just going to the fucking bar. The bartender is just trying to get me some stuff. I'm just like, dude, just give me whatever I need to forget anything I need about this night. Big mistake there. Never tell a British bartender Make me something to forget this night.
'Cause they'll oblige.
They will not only oblige, but I don't remember a goddamn thing after taking 3 drinks from the 1 drink I had. I had to get video footage 4 days later from Daniel of all people being like, what's going on, David? So if you know, is Felicity home? Like, Daniel, what the fuck are you doing here? You know I don't like you. It's like, oh, I know, I don't want you dog choking on dicks, but anyway. Have you seen the video from the club yet? Like, video from the club? What the fuck you talking about? Then he just starts coming in just, like, doing this whole thing, like... You sure I haven't seen the video? Like, bitch, what the fuck video are you talking about? He then whips out the camera like he's a flasher going like, this video. Like, why is there a tape in your jacket? It's like the late 2000s. We have DVDs, motherfucker. And he then just starts strolling in through my apartment, just all of a sudden just going in, shoves the VCR in there, and apparently it shows in vivid detail of me doing all these dance moves I can't do for some reason unless I'm super drunk and flexible. Like I was able to backflip and everything, and then I started stripping and doing all these Thunder from Down Under techniques on these people. They're all of a sudden calling me Chocolate Magnum.
Yes!
Yes, please.
What the shit is this? It's like, oh, you see, that's you right there being the stripper of the evening for a 19-year-old, a 40-year-old, and a 17-year-old. And there's money being thrown at your G-string. I didn't even wear a G-string. What the fuck you
You
wearing?
found one, clearly.
That wasn't even... That's... What are you even staring? I'm looking at this hairline thing going around your crotch. That's not a G-string, moron. Oh.
He forgot to get the Brazilian.
So, that's how I got my stripper name.
Chocolate Magnum. I don't know which is worse, Chocolate Thunder or Chocolate Magnum.
No matter worse, they're both good.
I didn't.
Thunder, I think, is the worst of the two, because at least Magnum, that's got, a lot of power. It's a big gun. So,
Just the sound of it, too.
Thunder is deadly. It'd be like Chocolate Thunder.
The real question, though, are there sign-up for said twerk teams? Do you have to go to tryouts, or what do you have to do?
She's so on about this, like, I need to
You
know.
can be your own team.
Wait, Sally,
With
do
editing
you
powers.
do you have any twerking audition tapes laying around that we can,
I need
maybe...
to make some.
You make them and I will distribute them.
Okay.
There you go.
God.
He may also...
Promotional twerk.
I won't look at them.
team.
I won't
If
look
you're
at them
part of the
first.
twerk
Live
Promise.
bullshit, you're gonna full
You
on
gotta
rape
be
them.
I'm
safe
not-
and
Like,
sound.
I love how bad...
I twerk into everybody's streams. Is what I do. I do like slash me twerks into stream and like twerks on someone's face, and everyone's like, yes. It's like what
I
Hey, that
love
sounds-
how that
that
was
sounds
Sally's
terrible.
big takeaway from the whole story. It's like, wait a minute. There are twerk teams?
Why have I not been a part of this? Why is this not a thing for me?
That's funny.
Oh,
All right. This is where you cue the EDM music and Sally starts twerking. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
If we had like an actual show, like a video show, then I'd say yes, let's do that. But no, let's not do that.
Wait, I got it. We can just get someone to make an animation of a
There you go.
nice version of her.
Yes.
It's
All
like,
right, B,
twerk,
so-
twerk, yeah.
2 minutes of EDM sound.
Yeah. What?
V did
Somebody
his story.
animated.
My turn now. My 21st birthday.
Wait.
By the way, my 21st birthday preface this whole thing with my friends are assholes, and this story is going to show why. We start out, me, Ogre, Shwee, Schnook, Potter, and Ogre's sister, and current, well, I was her girlfriend at the time, now Ogre's wife.
Yes. Interesting.
Switch around. But regardless, they were all part of
I need to go
this.
that way.
We ended up going to this one bar. It was a country-style bar where apparently our hard rock shirts, our death metal shirts, were not welcome. We showed up, and quite literally, this is how we walk up to the bar. I had just gone to the ATM and pulled out $120 and had it sitting on the bar in front of me. My friend, likewise, had over $200 and was sitting in front of him. This bartender was still a dick to us. Because I'd never been to a bar. I don't know how to order shots. I don't know the names, the recipes, the whole mixology of it. I did not at that time know how to order drinks. They had no listing of drinks available. They had bottles in the back. So I'm like, okay, what am I ordering? What do I get? And he's like, order something. I'm like, that doesn't really help me. So I asked the bartender, I'm like, what would you recommend? Yeah. See, that's what I was trying to get. I was trying to get my drink on. It's my 21st birthday. We were looking to do shots. Shots. But no, this guy's like, just order something. And was giving us dirty looks. So my friend's ogre's like, all right, give us a couple wild turkeys. I'm like, that sounds both delicious and scary. What are we doing here? I did not know wild turkey was a whiskey. It's delicious. I love it. So we did 2 shots of that. It came to like $5 total. And we got so sick of the attitude we were getting, we took the money off the table and left. We're like, nope, sorry. We were going to spend all this money here, but we'll find a bar that's more willing to take our money. So my friend Ogre's like, all right, I do know a friend of the family who owns a pub. However, you guys have to behave. They are friends of the family. Like, cool. As long as they're nice, I don't care. So my friend takes us to an Irish pub. I have never been to one before.
Oh, God.
I love Irish pubs. And this is a true, like, from Ireland Irish pub. We walk in, he goes, hey, everybody in the freaking pub turns around and goes, hey! Doesn't matter who you are.
That sounds
It was
about
the
right.
friendliest fucking atmosphere I've ever been in. And the coolest thing, their local tavern had closed, well, not tavern, local movie theater had closed down, and they went and bought all the popcorn machines from the local movie theater. So instead of peanuts or chips, they had movie theater style popcorn to go with your
awesome.
drinks. And it was free, complimentary to go with the drinks. It was fucking amazing.
Sounds
So-
about right.
Here's the part where my friend, first step of my friend being a dick. Ogre walks in before anybody else and goes, by the way, 21st birthday, right here. And steps aside. Before my ass even gets to the counter, there are 8 shots lined up. I paid none of it. There was no less than 4 shots in front of me for the rest of the night. As I get progressively more drunk, my friends leave me to mingle with the other patrons. By the end of it, I am incoherently drunk, talking to a war veteran with PTSD in the corner. Neither of us can understand what we're saying, but both of us are crying. Consoling each other over whatever the fuck we think we're talking about. And my friends see me over there and just like, fuck it. And keep sending shots down the way to both of us.
Well, that doesn't make him a dick, though.
Yeah, it does.
So, Phoenix, I know it's like an important story, but you know what might help you cheer up a little bit? I'm such a dick.
Now, the funny part about that story is I don't black out when I drink. I remember everything that happens. It's sped up a little bit, but I remember it all. So I remember talking to the guy. I don't remember what we were talking about because neither of us were speaking English at that point. We were just
English is
speaking.
overrated when you're drunk there, boy.
Drunklish.
This
Yeah.
is drunklish. You understand.
Meanwhile, none of my friends want to go anywhere near me because of the display that me and this drunken PTSD war veteran are having. That's why they decided they were going to go and mingle with everybody else. So like,
you're the untouchable. Every group has the untouchable.
I remember this when I wake up the next morning on Ogre's floor. No pillow, no blanket. I just assed out face first. I remembered this when I woke up and I'm like, you guys are assholes. They're like, why? I go, every single one of you left me. They're like,
hold on.
For that?
Hold on. Did they take you home?
There was a lot of kicking and screaming and dragging, but yes.
But they took you. Did you get hurt or killed?
I did actually have a bruise on my shin from hitting the door on the way out.
Oh my god. Lane. Oh, now you're just getting really nitpicky here, Phoenix.
Phoenix, unless I hear from you saying you woke up in, like, Pennsylvania or Delaware.
Your friends took pretty good care of you. They may not have been next to you, but they were watching. Always watching. So they may have been dicks, but they were nice dicks.
True, but I didn't want guardian angels at my 21st birthday.
You wanted to party with your friends.
Exactly.
I know.
The one thing I do remember, which is kind of blurry, was after we left there with the kicking and screaming, I stopped and went, I'm hungry. We should get burgers. So we went to a dining restaurant to get burgers, and I am fucking shit-faced.
Oh my god.
I bet.
Oh my god, it was bad, especially because I started fighting with Ogre's future wife.
Oh shit.
At the time, she was dating his sister, so irrelevant. But the whole point was.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you guys missed that in the beginning of this story.
No, I heard it, but I just like kind of glossed over it because I thought you misspoke.
No, that's a thing.
Okay.
They were friends in high school. She started dating his sister. Things ended not bad, but not good. They just kind of ended. So a few years later,
Friends, though.
yeah, a few years later, he and her run into each other and they hit it off. Now they're married.
Cool. So is she like? Never mind. That's not even important or integral to the story.
It's happy for them.
Yeah, the sister
They've all known
actually
each other
was
for a very long
the
time.
best.
No, that wasn't my question. It was a perverted question. Didn't matter.
Oh.
You think Ogre ever looked at his wife and go, "Is she bigger than me?"
Oh, Jesus. Is she a bodybuilder too?
Not what I meant, but go with that.
Oh, okay.
Well, guys,
Well then.
as much as I couldn't say that this has been an enjoyable time, I actually did get hit up by our lawyers yesterday about something.
Oh, shit. What do they want now?
No,
I wasn't even
it's
here
our
today.
lawyer saying that someone is mad because they didn't approach HR about something.
We have a human relations point. We have human
you know the
resources.
giant titty lady that we have to see every month?
I thought she was the counselor.
No, that's HR.
Oh, see, that's weird because I've been sitting on the couch talking to her for hours at a time.
That might be why we got
and
the
she's
complaint.
seriously just okay with that. It's weird. She never corrected it.
She's complaining about someone in here not really coming to her with a complaint that happened in the office, because apparently back in a few casts ago, someone apparently got super butthurt about a topic that got glossed over.
Wait a second. We have an office?
Where have you been?
We have
Apparently not here.
We even have the stress toys where you squeeze them and their eyes pop out.
Who got butt hurt?
You guys should stop.
Yeah, what was
I
the
just got back from the bathroom. Who got butt hurt?
Apparently, the
Sorry,
lawyer
Pascal.
said HR said someone here got butthurt about something. I'm like, who got butthurt about what?
Which topic was it?
I don't know. I've gone down the list. I'm like, we have Punisher in the fall. We have more of the horror stuff in October. We're doing more supernatural stuff in August. I'm like, I don't see what we get butthurt about.
So what happened?
I don't know. The same bullshit they gave me when they gave me the list of like 7,000 people we gotta apologize to. It's stupid.
We don't have to add Nazis to that list, do we?
Oh, we already listed
We
that.
did
We got
last
apparently
time, and we told them
apologized.
to-
Yeah,
them.
but I said no. I said I'm not apologizing to them.
We're not apologizing to Look, let me just make this clear for everybody fucking here. In the case against Nazis, white supremacists, my ex-wife, I don't apologize for shit. I don't apologize for a goddamn thing.
Just to let you know,
We apologize.
I enjoy.
They have the best cooking recipes.
I enjoy Germans. No,
Oh.
Germans have the best cooking recipes. Nazis are assholes. Wolfenstein is one of my favorite games, just to lay back and let off some steam.
Favorite game.
Although I feel like that would be a weird
Imagine
drunken
You know what the
story
best
for, like, people to do a tipsy
Nazi
stream with that.
zombies are from South Park Stick of Truth. They are ginger Nazi zombies.
I noticed.
Zombies. I
No
swear, most
relation
of these games,
For
one of
those
us
listening.
should
Wait a
just
second.
stream one of
Wait,
these
that should
drunk
be-
off our
that should-
asses.
That should technically be impossible. Gingers and Nazis cannot mix. It's right there in the Nazi bylines.
But are you blonde and blue-eyed? Well,
Exactly.
I have the red hair and the blue eyes. Get out of line, Dunkov!
You know what is fucking hilarious though? They're trying to emulate the Aryan race or the race, which died out. I forget how long ago because of inbreeding.
There you go.
Sounds about right.
They no longer exist because they hated everyone so much they inbred and then died.
That's what you get.
And on that note, everyone, I only want to leave everyone on a small note because I'm looking for a very important item that I've been missing for about a good few weeks now. And it's gonna be the most groundbreaking thing that Aaron has shared with us in secrecy the entire time. Are you viewers and listeners ready?
You get nothing, V! Nothing! You get nothing from
They
me.
must
I know
know
nothing.
the secret to everything.
It is not the stick of truth.
The
42.
secret to everlasting happiness, to
Pork
immortality,
teams.
and the time machine.